What's going on, YouTube? DaunteLegends here. Welcome back. Yes, back to another reaction. Alright, so we got CJ the Champ here, General Grievous. Yeah, okay. First, two things. One, that smoke alarm needs to change. I know, typical black person that didn't change the smoke alarm. We're not talking about that right now, alright? So, that's get it changed later today. I just can't physically do it myself, so someone else gotta do it. Don't worry about that. Two, my goal is 1,500 subscribers by the end of the month. I still need like 65. We're kind of behind, but like at the same time, I'm not tripping, because growth is growth. I take it. We're almost monetized, so I appreciate y'all. Yes, we're gonna be hearing this throughout the whole video. I don't have time. I needed a video today, so I was like hoping that'll be done before then. It is what it is. So yeah, it's not gonna be embarrassing. Not really embarrassing, but y'all gotta deal with it. Alright, like and subscribe to CJ the Champ. You should have already. Like and subscribe to me. You should have already. If you're a small content creator, you're on permanent reaction to the channel. Because as I grow, hopefully your videos will start popping up for more people's feeds. That's kind of the goal with this. We'll call it the reactions. As I grow, I can like, hey, look at this dude type stuff. Alright. I get it right? Alright, cool. Without further ado, let's get started.
Shut your clanker ass up, B1.
We're starting off hot, huh? Starting off hot, CJ. He says, shut your clinkers up. Wait. 2003. Okay, wait. I was 2 years old. So this has to be one of the old Star Wars shows that I don't remember, because I know Revenge of the Sith, you know, the game. So I know General Grievous like that, but I don't think I ever seen. I know Star Wars Clone Wars too, but I don't think I ever seen this version of Star Wars.
Something's wrong with him. That's not human, man.
Did you just fling him?
Come here, boy! Nigga was the devil, man.
The Forbidden Files.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new series on the channel, The Forbidden Files. Now let me quickly explain to y'all what this is. These are not trials. These are files and cases for characters that quite honestly don't even need a trial. This is the new tier called the Forbidden tier, and it is strictly reserved for legends of the game. And we're starting this series off with a character that was so disgustingly broken, he had to get nerfed. And that is none other than 2003 General Grievous. This nigga Grievous in 03 was the devil in animated form. Niggas talk about 03 Grievous like niggas talk about Vaughn. Like, this dude was a Jedi killing machine that was non-force sensitive, by the way. Like, for real, deadass, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'd go do it himself, on feet by himself. The nigga straight up had to go. And let me just give y'all a warning. On force sensitive, by the way. Like, for real, deadass, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'd go do it himself.
Excuse me? He's 3v1ing. This isn't the general. You gotta realize this isn't the General Grievous with 4 arms. He using his feet. Man is using his feet. Ref, do something. He's using his feet.
On feet by himself. The nigga straight up had to go. And let me just give y'all a warning right now before we even start. If you have only seen Grievous from Revenge of the Sith in 3D
I have only seen,
and have never seen this man in the 2D version, then woo, you're in for a ride. So let's not waste no more time. Without further ado,
The Forbidden Files.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Case 1. Sliming out multiple Jedi at once. Now, this right here was Grievous's first appearance in any type of Star Wars media. And man, I'll tell you, boy, this on record has to be one of the craziest character debuts of all time. So this is how this went down. While Anakin and Obi-Wan was finishing up a mission on this one.
This is episode 2, Anakin. And episode 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know why my brain just like melted down thinking Obi-Wan. So this is gonna be interesting.
One planet. They get hailed from this one Jedi Master, and this man is fighting for his life and panicking. Bro was on the line like, General Kenobi, we need immediate evac. This new droid general, he's unstoppable.
Oh no.
And the next thing that you see when they swap to that planet is this man falling over and dying,
It's
and
crazy
Grievous
work.
stomping the communicator in the ground. The first time you ever catch a glimpse of this demon is him booming a Jedi Master. Not just a regular Jedi Knight, a whole ass master. That is fucking horrifying. Now let's
Jedi
continue.
Master
The other
getting
Jedi
cooked
that are with the
instantly.
Master that just got boomed are being completely surrounded by an army of droids. So while they had them completely surrounded at this abandoned ship, Grievous makes them cease fire. And after he made all the droids stop shooting, this man got...
Hold on. He ain't that on that type of time to tell you, I know what's about to happen. He about to tell these droids to stop. I'm gonna 1v whatever them so they think they have a chance.
On the mic and said,
Attention, Jedi Storm! You are surrounded by the glorious Separatist army! Now, I could have my character switch cheese you right
Switch
now,
cheese you.
but where will be the fun in that? So I, General Grievous, will personally come in there and surround you niggas out myself!
Oh, this diabolical.
Yourself for your impending doom, Jedi!
so after Grievous drops the mic and proclaims that he's gonna slime out the Jedi himself, they all start taking position and getting prepared for this nigga. Because Grievous is walking towards them right now. And let me say this real quick. The Jedi in here are no pushovers. Especially these three. Long-head ass Kiadi Mooney,
Okay.
who is a member
I
of
do
the
remember that
Jedi
dude.
Council. Shakti, who was a pain in the ass to fight in the Force Unleashed. And Ayla Secura, the alien shorty that took like 10,000 backshots from clones in Revenge of the Sith. Like, these are known Jedi Masters. And the fact that this man Grievous had this long head ass motherfucker sweating bullets is insane.
Sweating that
So while
hard,
Grievous
knowing you
was
about to get cooked.
approaching them, all they could hear was his footsteps echoing around the wreckage. They couldn't tell where this dude was at all. So this is where the insanity begins. This poor Padawan
Shaggy.
that looks like Shaggy, and believe it or not, his name is actually Shaggy.
Oh,
Not gonna lie,
obviously.
when I first watched this, I was like, why does this dude look like Shaggy? And boy, oh boy, come to find out, this actually is a Jedi version of Shaggy. Like, that is just hilarious to me, bro.
They're gonna let
But
them make it
anyways,
cook this
while
bad too.
Grievous's footsteps got louder and louder. Shaggy.
Why did you Shaggy? Why they make Shaggy pop up to get destroyed like this? I don't know what's about to happen to him. I just feel like it's about to be diabolical.
Being the same scary ass nigga in Star Wars as well, ended up losing his composure. So he runs outside just to get squashed by this nigga Grievous.
Shaggy, no. Shaggy, no. Shaggy, no. Where's his body at?
Side just to get squashed.
Where his body go? His lightsaber over here.
By this nigga Grievous.
Terrible.
Yeah, R.I.P. Shaggy. That is one of the most insane deaths I've ever seen. This nigga Grievous jumped from the top rope and squashed him. Knocked the sonic rings out that nigga. If you pay attention very closely, his entire body disappeared. That means the impact of that fall was so hard, his carcass was squished into the ground. His body was literally unrecoverable. So after Grievous squashed Shaggy, he starts towering over all the Jedi and laughing at their asses. Then shows them his 10-foot mechanical body and then just disappears. These niggas were shook because this just turned into a survival horror. Grievous really started playing Dead by Daylight with these niggas, just toying with them while he was ready to hunt them down one by one. So while they were moving back with their backs against each other,
I would've went outside.
This nigga appear out of the shadows like Batman hanging from...
This man really Batman. And you know he got the strength because he's mechanical. The toes strong as crap. The strong toes.
backs against each other.
Man really got the Batman silhouette.
Out of the shadows like Batman hanging from the roof. Dude is literally looking over them, stalking his prey. So Grievous finally decided he was ready to get active. He jumps from the roof and starts going to town on these niggas, fighting the whole 1v5 and enjoying every second of it. And dude, this man is a literal cheat code. He can turn his body into a Beyblade. This is the most unfair shit I've ever seen. Like, for real, how the hell are you supposed to fight a 10-foot cyborg that can move his body like a Beyblade? Oh, and guess what? That's not all he can do, because this is about to get even more insane. He started breakdancing on their asses, fighting them with his feet.
Nah,
no way in hell a 10-foot cyborg should be moving like this.
Nah, that's facts.
Twin, nah.
You gotta realize this man dang near weighs probably like 2 tons worth of metal. That man's heavy. I know that man heavy. And he over here moving like, look, no bones, just metal, just curving. Don't know how he doing it.
Bro, if I saw this shit, I'd put the saber down, bro. I wholeheartedly understand why George Lucas nerfed this nigga. So as the fight continued, long-head ass Ki-Adi-Mundi tried to force push, bro, but Grievous dodged it and landed on the side of the roof. So this is when Grievous decided to start singling them out. He jumps back in and hits the ground so hard he made a smoke screen. So this wildebeest looking nigga decided to go in and try to fight him one-on-one, but Grievous pulls off a crazy move. He blocks his attack, and when old boy tried to swing at him again, he dropped his saber, cut him across the middle with his green one, then just slimed this nigga with his other one. Bro.
Nah, he said, psych, you thought. Slice, gone. And why would you try to fight him one-on-one when y'all were just getting, he was holding y'all back 1-on-5?
Boomed that musty ass wildebeest immediately when he was
his hairline, my goodness.
So after the wildebeest Yeti hybrid got boomed, Shang-Chi decides to throw a bunch of scrap at him, but Grievous ends up cutting through all of it. Then this one Jedi tries to pull up on him. I'ma refer to him as Yeet because the nigga got a turban on his head. Grievous grabs his elongated head with his grippers and slams bro's head into the ground, breaking his neck on impact. Bro didn't stand a chance. He didn't even get to swing the saber. His last seconds of life was him getting his face gripped by this man's foot, then eating dirt right after that. But old boy wasn't the only person to get his face gripped, because after Grievous boomed him, Ayla came in trying to swing, but Grievous gripped her face.
Oh no! Oh no! You guys see the turn he did.
Boomed him. Ayla came in trying to swing.
You gotta realize he went under his own nutsack. He doesn't have nuts, but like he went under his own nutsack to get this pull. While he still got his foot on the other dude's neck. But yoink! Man has one foot right here, crooked as crap. Other foot elongated to her face. And man is literally, he looked like a chair.
Just gripped her face mid-air, then swung both of their bodies across the map with his feet. That has got to be one of the most insane ways to slime a nigga. Sending them flying with your feet is OD. So the last two Jedi remaining were Longhead Ki-Adi and Shang-Chi. So Grievous ended up zoning them both out of their range. Then he drop kicks Ki-Adi's ass across the stage, taking him out of the fight. And this just left Grievous one-on-one with Shang-Chi. And he was pushing her shit. She was panicking, barely holding on and blocking his strikes. So he ended up knocking the saber out of her hands. Then he comes in to swing on her, but Shang-Chi barely blocks this with the force and gets sent flying into a turret, and she is out of commission. So the last man standing was Ki-Adi-Mundi with his elongated dingling head. So Grievous grabs Shang-Chi's saber and picked it up with his foot. And he was staring at this nigga Ki-Adi, laughing at his ass like,
"You fool! With
man got a whole pose.
Elongated head. I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count
So after Grievous finished taunting this man, he ends up pushing Ki-Adi and knocking the saber out of his hands immediately. And Grievous ends up going in for the kill. But at the last millisecond, Ki-Adi ends up getting bailed out by the clones. And the clones looked at that boy Grievous and said, "Troopers, blast that half-breed clanker. So they start shooting at Grievous, and Grievous hits the dash, while the clones are blasting every single piece of ammo that they have at this man. So while they continue trying to shoot bro down, Grievous decides to drop in and starts to murder all of the clones in front of him. So after Grievous ended up mowing down the whole front line, a whole gunship ends up pulling up right in front of his face. And this is when Grievous finally decided to make a strategic retreat. So Grievous ends up hitting the dash again. That man I know his 40-yard dash speed is fast as hell. And Kiadi and the clones end up retreating. So yeah, that right there was General Grievous's first ever appearance. So let's review this carnage that he caused. He crushed Shaggy into oblivion, put Wildebeest nigga up on a shirt, gripped Yeet with his feet, and broke his neck, and threw their asses across the ship with his feet, and damn near killing Shock T along with Kiadi Mundi. Oh, and I forgot old boy at the beginning that got boomed on the communicator, along with his entire battalion. So yeah, this man packed up 4 Jedi, put Ayla and Shock T on a stretcher, and had Kiadi's ass rethinking life. This is one of the nastiest debuts a character has ever had to date. So yeah, and guess what? That was only case 1. We still got another case left. And boy, let me tell you, it gets even crazier.
The Forbidden Files.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's...
I don't know why he didn't do it. It was perfect. The Forbidden Files. But nah, just think about it. Your intro to a character, him mopping the floor with some of your favorite characters. Probably not those characters, but you know, some of them might, you might be a fan of some of them. You never, I don't know Star Wars people fan them like that. But just imagine your favorite side character getting mopped the floor with.
Let's move on to case 2, the siege on Coruscant. Now, what you're about to see are the events that basically open up episode 3. Even though this series is now considered Legends continuity, this is still kind of what basically happened. So how this went down. This evil-ass conniving nigga Palpatine sent this man Grievous to invade Coruscant and capture him. So the Separatists end up pulling up the Coruscant in a massive battle just...
So wait, Palpatine sent Grievous to capture himself. Well, to capture Palpatine to make it look like he got kidnapped.
Ensues. Now, before we get to Grievous, we gotta take a detour real quick, because this is one of the hardest moments in Star Wars history. This nigga Captain Fordo was popping off this battle. Nigga turned into the Doomslayer. Just look at this shit. Him and his squad are being overran, but he didn't care. Bro boomed the battle droid in front, turned around, smacked this nigga, dumped the clip in his ass, then he throws his gun at this droid, blows his head off, then picked up his blaster in his left hand and started mowing these niggas.
My gosh.
Like, nah, bro. You know this man was top of the leaderboard in every single Battlefront lobby. Bro just dropped off 20 droids in the span of 20 seconds.
That
so
man
while the battle
cooking.
continued and Captain Fordo was running up the scoreboard, we see this nigga Palpatine watching the battle and sipping tea, not giving a care in the world.
Sipping
this
tea
man
is a wild
doesn't
word.
care at all what is happening right now. He's just looking at all this shit like, good. I orchestrated all this shit. I don't give a damn what's happening, nigga. So while Palpatine was enjoying his tea, Shock T, a bunch of troopers and 2 Jedi end up pulling up with her. And they're trying to get this man Palpatine to safety. But Palpatine was just stalling and acting like, oh, Master Shock T, greetings. Would you like to enjoy some tea with me while I watch the battle? And she like, no, old ass nigga, I'm trying to get your ass to safety. But while they continued to stay in this room, they started hearing footsteps around the room.
The most devious
footsteps. When they started getting louder, Shock T knew immediately who this was.
Get down, Mr. President!
Get down, Mr. President.
How are you?
So he breaks in the window.
Hold up. Get down, Mr. President. Hi, how are you?
Shock T knew immediately
Nah,
who
hold
this
on.
was.
Get down, Mr. President!
Hi, how are you?
So he breaks in the window, letting himself right in the room. And
Oh
look
my
at this
goodness.
mechanical
I was just letting
ass
him take it.
farming. Bro really had to hit a whole JoJo's pose before he started dropping niggas off. So this nigga Grievous looking at Palpatine like,
Greetings, Master. I've come to pick you up.
got to shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
sleep.
You mechanical Nimrod. They're not supposed to know that shit till the third movie.
You are absoluties.
Now capture me and make it look believable. So Grievous tries to grab him, but Shock T pulls him away.
God.
And they end up taking Palpatine, and Grievous is surrounded by about 20 clones. But bro didn't care
already
that
know
he
this about
was
to be a murder
surrounded
scene.
at all. Dude was actually ecstatic, because now he can let loose and kill some niggas. So the clones start firing, and Grievous jumps up and immediately starts mowing every clone in that room down. Look at what he does to this one dude. He grabs him and plants him on the wall, then just slices him down the middle.
No.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, this next guy got done dirty even worse. Grievous slices bro's gun in half. Then he grabs him by the leg with his own.
You see how much of a grip he has that you're seeing the imprint happen on his leg? Which means he has enough force to tear your leg off. Easily.
Leg, then throws him out the window. Nah, bro, that is one of the worst ways to ever go out. Bro grabbed his leg with his own leg, then sent him flying, and he's gonna fall for like 100 floors before he goes splat. Oh man, rip that guy, bro. So as he continued to murder everybody in this room, make this clone up to the sky to see God, we get to one of the nastiest.
It's the meanest uppercut.
Grievous grabs this one clone by his face with his grippers, then slams his into the wall. Oh dear God, that might be worse than the guy that fell 100 floors. If you look to the right, you can see the horror on this one clone's face. You don't even see his face, but you can tell just by the look. If I saw one of my homies get slimed like that, I'ma be real, I wouldn't know what to do. At this point, just put the gun down and accept your fate, or just run. Those are your only options.
He's not gonna let you run though.
Royal Guard. Bro grabs him with his grippers, starts using him as a body shield, then slams his body on the ground. These clones are having some of the most horrific deaths I've ever seen.
I would never want to be a clone trooper. Now, what would you rather be? A droid that you know gonna get killed eventually, just because they're gonna send you out, or a clone trooper that has to deal with a Jedi or a Sith? I'd rather be the droid, because what, they die instantly. So I think I'm pick droid. I think I'm pick droid.
Because this is just getting ridiculous. So Grievous just continued to murder everyone in that room. Those clones stood zero chance against this man. They were literally used as meat shields so Shock T and them could get away. So while they was waiting by the elevator, all they could hear were just the screams of everybody getting murdered in there. Look at this one Jedi. He is spamming the button trying to get the elevator to come up. This dude is horrified of what he's hearing in there. So when the screams stopped, they knew the head start that they got was over. Grievous busts through
goodness,
fours, running at them like a rabid dog while dodging
this
multiple
horrifying.
pushes. So Shock T ends up finally hitting them, buying them some time to get in the elevator, but that didn't put Grievous down at all. So later on, after they escape, they're all taking this high-speed elevator down to the ground. So they thought they were safe. They thought they had time to breathe, but that lasted for a whopping 10 seconds. They looked to the right, and this nigga Grievous
running down the side of the building. Oh no.
Just running down the building.
I don't know how fast he is. Is he keeping up with that?
He is running down a building, keeping up with a high-speed elevator. Like, no, bro, no, man. This has got to be another reason why George Lucas nerfed this, man, because this is ridiculous. So this one clone said, nah, twin, fuck this shit. He just decides to shoot a rocket launcher at him. And I'm not gonna lie, was that warranted? Yes. I mean, they gotta try something to stop this man. So when they finally reach the ground floor, they are surrounded by a bunch of super battle droids. And Grievous just drops from the building right in front of them. So Mr. Manslug nigga decides to use a force howl, but Grievous was prepared this time. He uses those damn grippers in the ground and starts moving through the house. They was trying every trick in the book and couldn't stop this man.
That man moved like a real T-Rex.
There was no point in fighting him. So while they was on the run, Grievous's Magna Guards end up killing the final two clones. So the only ones that were left standing protecting Palpatine was Shock T and the other two Jedi. So they were having to run for their lives through the city while Grievous and his Magna Guards were chasing.
I'm not gonna lie, Palpatine was not worth it. knowing, and then the fact that he set up those deaths, all those clone troopers on Palpatine hands. And how the clone troopers how they go betrayed? They probably didn't know, but they knew. Y'all started serving the person that would get y'all killed. I don't know, man.
Them. And this whole chase was just insane. They went from fighting on a ship to Grievous just destroying it, making it crash in the middle of the city. Then they ended up fighting in a subway station. And I'm not gonna lie, this next scene had to be one of the most terrifying scenes of all time. When they thought they were safe behind this train, this man Grievous pops up right behind them. Jump scare of doom. So he starts walking them down and pushing them back. Then kicks both of the two Jedi to the side. So he ends up walking up to Shock T and telling her,
"Salutations, Jedi scum! You may
Salutations
have before, but today you will be slammed!"
But Shock T ends up pulling off a 10,000 IQ big brain play. She used the Force to wrap this man's cape around the train. So when the train was ready to go, Grievous just gets yoinked.
Oh gosh.
And this finally brought them some time to escape from this man. So about a good 20 minutes passed, and they think that they finally shaken Grievous.
20 minutes is more than I could ask for, but the fact that I would have threw Palpatine so far away from me. I would be like, Palpatine, you go this way, we're going this way to act like we're bait. Is that good enough? Yeah, dip out. Because I'm leaving the planet.
Shock T ended up splitting up from him, and the other two Jedi ended up taking Palpatine to his bunker so he could be safe. So when they got in there and locked all the doors, they thought that they were in the clear. But they were soon about to realize not even getting yoinked by a high-speed train would stop this nigga. Grievous was waiting for them in that room the entire time. So he drops down and starts fighting the other two Jedi. And while he was doing that, look at this evil, conniving motherfucker.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
I would have.
Good. Slime those niggas, Grievous. Put them on a shit. So while Grievous continued to fight them, they end up getting stuck in a lightsaber clash. And this is when Grievous finally revealed his trump card. The thing that he's most famous for. He pulls out the other two arms and starts using all four of them.
No.
When he was using all four of his arms, they stood no chance. Grievous cuts both of them down in a heartbeat.
Game over. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, I love using Grievous in Revenge of the Sith 3, the game, the PS2 game. Because he had that little electric charge bullcrap too. And then he go 4 arms. It was limited. You can only go 4 arms for like a limited time. Which was fair. Because that'd be too OP. But it was just fun being Grievous. Especially the deaths. The way
and it
you
was
get the
game
kills.
over for both them. So Grievous finds Palpatine and he looking at him like,
Aha! I've done it, Lord Sidious. Are you impressed?
about fucking time, you half-breed clank. Now get me on the ship and let's fucking go. Okay, on a real note, Grievous actually never knew that Palpatine was Sidious. That is still hilarious to how oblivious he was to him. But anyways, Shock T finally ends up making it to the room, but she's too late. She sees the other two Jedi dead, and Grievous holding up Palpatine, and Palpatine looking at her like, oh, hello, Shock T, dear. I'm having a little trouble here. Can you please help me? So Shock T runs at Grievous, but he hits her saber to the side and just chokes her. So he takes her saber, adds it to his collection, then decides to give Shock T some actual shock. He just electrocutes the hell out of her and just ties her up and leaves her there. So Grievous ends up taking Palpatine to his ship. But before he was about to leave, my goat, Mace motherfucking Windu nigga, came down and looked at Grievous like, you a fake demon twin, and crushes this man's sternum. Look how he had this man Grievous leaning back. Lord have mercy. And this
I low-key forgot Mace Windu was that dog until Anakin, you know, it's Anakin.
This is the incident in this continuity that gave him that iconic cough. So after the ship takes off and Grievous escapes, Revenge of the Sith starts. But yeah, that's basically the end of Case 2. So let's look at our final Carnage report for Case 2. This man launched a full invasion on Coruscant, broke into the Chancellor's room and slimed like 20 clones in the most brutal way fashion, then decided to chase the Jedi throughout the whole city, then kill 2 of them and knock out Shock T for a second time. This is some of the most wicked work of all time.
The Forbidden Files.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of our first ever Forbidden File. I hope everybody can clearly see and understand why this demon got nerfed. Because if he was moving like this in Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars, then dear God, the Republic would have been cooked. So yeah, 2003 General Grievous, that nigga had to go, just straight up. So with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Let me know if y'all want any more Forbidden Files because I have a whole list of these. And also make sure to follow the other socials because that is where I'll tell y'all what all the future videos will be. And until next time.
Now Black Spider-Man got me next. Nah, what he needs to do is the Black Suit Spider-Man from Ultimate Spider, not Ultimate, the game. Oh gosh, but shoot, if y'all enjoyed the reaction, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what else to react to. I did not know this man got nerfed, but yeah, legends aren't born; they're made. Love y'all. Peace. Hopefully that's done sooner or later. Smoke alarm.